My personal goal is to go 27 3/4 miles today. There's a Reservation hot spring somewhere in that area, so anywhere around there would be good. And it's about 7:15, and I would just love to break camp anytime around 8 o'clock. Would be amazing, and earlier than I have been. It is 7:53, and we are back on the PCT. Still have to duck over to this pond and get some water before we go, so that'll take some time. And we are starting out on the sloppy trail, and this is how we finished yesterday. As I got tired last night, it was really hard to walk on the trail. The trail's just a mess. Okay, so I had been going back and forth on whether I would go or not, because I don't want to resupply. But two things: I just walked by a small pond because I couldn't find easy access to it, and I'll be fine with water. But they have a potable water spigot, they have a hiker box, and I can get something to drink, Powerade or something, a coffee. But I'm not going to resupply, I don't think. I could change my mind, but I don't want to carry the 2 days worth of food.
Oh. I know sometimes it's hard to leave when we're already too.
Well, that was good for morale. Didn't go as expected at all, but that was good for morale. I wasn't even going to go to that store, but I saw the sign: hot coffee, water spigot, hiker box, 1/10 of a mile. And I just thought, I just walked by a pond that I couldn't find an easy way to get down to it. I could use a hot coffee. I was interested in the hiker box, and I just thought I'll get, some cold drinks. So when I was walking through the store, I had a PBR. I decided to carry out a beer, a Body Armor, and my hot coffee, and I was thinking about getting 6 donuts. And then as I walked through the store and looked at what they had, I just thought, well, if I can save money, everything seemed to be $2 or $3. So fair prices. And they had a fun little selection to resupply. So some of my favorite things: Bobos, peanut butter sandwiches, peanut butter and jelly, Snickers, M&Ms, and peanut butter crackers. We're not breaking ground with that sort of stuff. It's just staples. But, they had some other interesting things. So I just grabbed peanuts, ramen, Carnation instant breakfast, and then all the snacks I just mentioned. And that was it. It ended up being $76, but the beer and the donuts is probably $11 right there. So not bad. I might have saved myself some money. I am definitely heavier now, but I'm definitely saving some time. I don't have to take a bus into government camp now. I can just go to Timberline Lodge and eat breakfast. It started sprinkling, which I'm not excited about. Breakfast Monster was there. That was awesome. I got to catch up with him. He left before me because he was there before me, and I don't know. He's talking about a big day, so I may never see him again, but it was good to see him this morning. Trail's been pretty cruisy. Once I got to the Oberlay Lake, it was pretty rough before then in the burn scar, but pack feels fine. It does feel a little heavy uphill, but it feels comfortable with 4 days of food, and that was what I was really trying to avoid. I wanted to carry a lighter food carry for 2 days and then pick up 2 more. And it's funny how I am just dead set in my convictions, telling people, no, I'm only going to carry 2, go to government camp, get 2 more, I want to be light. And then here I am doing the exact opposite. once you leave Bend and go a few miles and enter huckleberry country, there are more huckleberries on the PCT than any other berry I've seen on the AT or any other part of the PCT. Well, it is 7:40, and for a while now it didn't seem like I would make it out of this Hot Spring Indian Reservation. It's like 2 miles away, but there's not really any viable camping near that waypoint. The camping is before it. I had to carry 3 1/3 liters of water. I've drank 1, so I'll have 2 left. Hopefully 1 for tomorrow morning and 1 to carry with me when I break camp, because the next water source is like 4 miles away. So I'm at a junction where there is a lot of camping, and I've been passing those people all day. There's a spot away from them, and there's another spot over there by myself. So I have to make a decision. I can go camp over there or push on 1 more mile. Well, I almost stayed there, but there's like 5 spots to the left, and they camped right in the middle of them all. And I don't know if that's the flattest spot, then that's their right too. But it's kind of like the urinal analogy that me and Sweet Dreams were talking about. When you camp right in the middle, now you cut everything in half and just make it that much harder for me to camp away from you, which is what I want to do, is camp away from you. I don't know them. They might be the nicest, quietest sleepers on the PCT. But I went over to the right side, and it looked like there was some camping over there, but it wasn't really flat. It was kind of rocky, so I have daylight. I'd rather just hike this mile now than camp too close to them. And it's really about getting to Timberline Lodge early Thursday morning, like sleeping right outside of there. So right now I have 27.2 to go to get there tomorrow. If I take another mile off of that, it's 26.2 if you're doing the math along with me at home. And that's just an easier day. I'm really looking forward to breakfast at Timberline Lodge. Today, breakfast was huge for morale at the Obele Lake. So I'm doing good to be 2 miles away from that border to the hot springs anyway, because I spent about an hour there and my bag's heavier from the food I'm carrying. So all in all, it's been a good day. So file this under better lucky than good, but this tent spot will work. It's not quite flat, but I can find a flatter spot in here. It's coming downhill pretty good to me, but up there near my pack is a flatter spot. I might move those logs. Some people decorate the tent spots with rocks and logs, and I think it's just stupid. It kind of cuts the corners of where you might want to pitch. No need to file that under better lucky than good. We can just file that under good. And it doesn't feel as warm as I thought it would be. We'll see how it tastes, but the can kind of feels cool. I am loving these calories. Best calories I've had all day.